Hello and welcome to episode 37 of Rebuilding Chelsea on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I'm going to show you the home Champions League game against Sarpsborg. I'll then play Southampton off camera in the Premier League, and I'll bring you back for our final Champions League league phase game at home to Feyenoord. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face Sarpsborg is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team to face Sarpsborg, and it is Simon in goal, back four of Cucurella, Fofana, James and Vanderson. Guendouzi at the base of midfield, Fernandes and Mount ahead of him, Evanilson on the left, João Mario on the right, and Sesko up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant thinks if we carry our last performance into this match, we'll do well. I'm going to put the pressure on them. I'm going to pump the fists, tell them it's a match we should be winning, make sure we do. And let's get out into the tunnel. I might have a problem motivating the team against opposition like Sarpsborg. It's my job to make sure we're fully engaged with the task. João Mario deserves a lot of praise, and we're confident. So let's get out there and win the match, and put ourselves in a great position to secure qualification. Anything other than a win is not acceptable in this game. So let's go and grab the initiative as quickly as we can, and take it to the final game where it would then be in our own hands. Benjamin Sesko, I think, has given us the lead on 8 minutes. There is an appeal for offside. I don't think it is, but it is tight, and VAR says goal. So it is 1-0, and that lifts us to 16 points. So more or less guarantees qualification. Means a draw will certainly do it in the next game as it stands. So Unai Simon plays it to Reece James, to Fofana, onto Enzo Fernandez, to the left and Cucurella, back to Fofana, into Enzo Fernandez, Mason Mount, it's played on to Cucurella, over the top for Sesko, and he dinks it over the keeper. That's 2-0. And we are well on the way to the knockout phase. So currently a 2-point cushion and a superior goal difference. So Mason Mount plays it forward for João Mario. Gets to the byline, crosses it in, and it's cleared. And Sarpsborg can come away with it. Guendouzi has been summoned over by the ref and given a yellow card. So not ideal for our defensive midfielder. So I'll probably take him off at half time, given that this game should be won by then. Cucurella's ball in is headed away. Fofana plays it to Guendouzi. Back to Fofana. Fernandes. Fofana to Fernandes again. Onto Cucurella. Into Evanilson, who's in on goal and can't beat the goalkeeper. It's coming up to the half-hour mark with 2 goals to the good. Reece James with the in-swinging corner, near post, headed behind by Rakaj for another Chelsea corner. Reece James, ball over the top, flicked on, and out for a goal kick. So over the half-hour mark now, still 2 goals to the good, totally in control of the match. So if we could get another goal before half-time, it would absolutely kill Sarpsborg off. Throw in Vanderson to Guendouzi, back to Vanderson, who crosses. Sesko's header is straight at the goalkeeper. And he launches it forward over the halfway line. Vanderson lets it bounce, gets it under control, finds James, Guendouzi, Fernandez into Evanilson. He turns, finds Cucurella, plays it back to Fofana, into Guendouzi, onto Cucurella, forward for Evanilson, and his shot is pushed behind by the goalkeeper for another Chelsea corner. And just a couple of minutes of this first half to go now. In swinging corner, headed away. Mount to Cucurella, pulls it back for João Mario, and he is dispossessed, and the highlight comes to an end, but there's immediately another one, and Cucurella finds Fernandez, diagonal ball for João Mario, pulls it back to Vanderson, in on goal, and it's cleared, and the highlight comes to an end. And there is the halftime whistle with 2 goals to the good. So let's get into the dressing room. Happy. Let's make some changes. We're not quite there yet, but I'm going to take Vanderson off. So we'll put João Mario to right back. Vanderson then can come off for Raheem Sterling. What else can we do? What else do we need to do? Probably nothing at this stage, actually. So I'll leave it at that. Just the one. Start the second half. Demand more. And let's see if we can get that decisive third goal to absolutely kill this one off. And it's a free kick. Mason Mount over it, and he's going to go round the wall. He does, and he's hit a shot in off the post and found the back of the net. It is 3-0, and that should completely kill off Sarpsborg. So there should be no coming back from that for them now. But it is a Sarpsborg highlight. Ball over the top. João Mario to Reece James though. Simon to Fofana. And now we can build from the back. Reece James comes out with it. Plays it back to Simon. He'll go the other way this time to Fofana. Forward to Enzo Fernandez. On to Evanilson. Out to Cucurella. And Cucurella crosses. Headed up and away. Sterling. Guendouzi to Enzo Fernandez, who shoots, and it's just over the crossbar. So over the hour mark, and we'll be starting to think about substitutions before too much longer. Guendouzi's ball in, and Evanilson I think's been fouled. I want Benjamin Sesko to take the spot kick if it's confirmed, which it is. So Benjamin Sesko has his penalty saved and then is dispossessed, and the highlight comes to an end. So it might be time for Benjamin Sesko to come off. I think I'll probably do that, and we'll bring on who have we got that could actually come on? We could bring Abde on. And as I'm doing that, Benjamin Sesko's just scored. I'm going to cancel that change. The goal is disallowed though, so it remains 3-0. Let's make our final... in fact, let's make a couple of changes now. We'll bring on Javi Simons for Mason Mount. We'll bring on Jude Bellingham for Enzo Fernandez. We'll swap those two around. 4 and 2.5. 4 and 2.5. It literally makes no difference which way around we have them. and one more. Reece James can come off and Antonio Silva can come on. We'll confirm those changes. We've got less than 20 to go, and now I can have a think about what the final change might be, as we very nearly did get the fourth goal. So I am going to take Guendouzi off to protect him from himself and bring on Thuram for the last bit of the match, as Silva clears, finds Cucurella, he finds Evanilson. Diagonal ball forward for Sterling, who gets on the end of it and finds the back of the net. That should be the fourth goal of the game. And it is confirmed. It is Chelsea 4, Sarpsborg 0. So we will confirm the substitution. Excuse me. And that should wrap the scoring and the match up. And indeed it does. Final score then. Chelsea 4, Sarpsborg 0. I'll play the league game off camera, and I'll be back with the second match of the episode in just a moment. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and a home Champions League game against Feyenoord. We come into this one on the back of a 3-0 Premier League win over Southampton, and the team that's going to look to continue this impressive run is Unai Simon in goal, back four of Cucurella, Fofana, Silva and James, Fernandes at the base of midfield, Mount and Bellingham ahead of him, Sterling on the left, João Mario on the right and Sesko up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well my assistant is suggesting we need to show everyone the recent praise is justified and put on a real show. I'm going to disagree with him, because this is a match we absolutely should be winning. So we're going to pump the fists and tell the boys exactly that. And let's get into the tunnel. As the leading scorers in the Champions League, are you looking forward to another productive match in front of goal? Goals win matches. Is stopping Marcus Lopez a worry, given the form he's been in? I'm focused on my team against theirs. Is Jude Bellingham fit enough to last the duration of the match? I think so. So we'll see how he gets on, and let's get the match underway. So as you can see, we're currently fourth in the table. Only a defeat puts us in any sort of danger of falling out of the top 8. Even a draw is absolutely fine. There's nothing anybody can do to knock us out, as we can build from the back. Mount's ball over the top for Sesko. He's going to need some help from there though. Finds Sterling onto Bellingham, and Bilo in goal has made a good save. We'll get a corner out of it, and it's Cucurella's left-footed in swinger to the far post, headed away. Bellingham should get there but doesn't. Fofana picks up the bits, but the highlight comes to an end, and now it's down at the other end, and Unai Simon has gathered the loose ball and will look to launch an attack from our own penalty area. He's gone straight down the middle with a long ball, flicked on by Sesko for Sterling on the left. Beats his man twice, finds Cucurella, who beats his man twice. Mason Mount's cross, and João Mario gives us the lead on 17 minutes. It is Chelsea 1, Feyenoord 0. And that will lift us up to fourth in the table. I don't think there's any benefit to finishing in the top 4 as opposed to finishing in the top 8, but nevertheless, the higher up the league we can finish, the better, the more of a sign of intent it is, I suppose. Cucurella to Sterling, who shoots. It loops up in the air and Sesko bundles it home, and that's Chelsea 2, Feyenoord 0. So already it's looking good. and we are 4th in the table. Real Madrid ahead against Zagreb, so we're unlikely to improve on that. It is likely to be the limit of our ambitions. Hawes gets it back. Bellingham wins it off him though, and Sesko chips it and hits the crossbar. So half an hour into the match, throw into Chelsea. Cucurella to Sterling, gives it him back. Cucurella, Bellingham's header is over the crossbar, and hopefully we can take a 2-0 lead in at half time, and then we can think about any possible changes. But Bilo with a free kick for Feyenoord launches it forward. It's now with Cucurella though. Mount plays it back to Simon. Fofana to Cucurella, who finds Fofana again to Silva, into Enzo Fernandez. Bellingham to James, on to João Mario, infield to Mount, ball over the top for Sterling. He's in on goal, and Raheem Sterling has his 6th of the season. It is Chelsea 3, Feyenoord 0, 38 minutes gone. So it should be a decisive third goal. And just looking for the Real Madrid score to see how they are getting on. Reece James with the throw-in though. Fernandez to James to João Mario. Crossed in, and Benjamin Sesko makes it 4-0. And that's his 2nd goal. So this game is all over before half-time. So we can now look to make 3 or 4 substitutions at half-time to protect legs. So let's think about who should come off. I'll take Silva off to protect him from a yellow card and bring on Botman. Let's see who we want to bring on. Thuram we'll bring on for Enzo Fernandez. We'll bring on, what else will we do? Guendouzi for Mason Mount. We will do João Mario for Renetti. Do I want to bring on Gomez? No, I'll bring on David Neres instead. And that will do. We'll keep the 5th and final change for as late in the second half as we can possibly get away with. Van Hooydonk's free kick straight into the wall, and Chelsea get it clear. Sterling over the halfway line, looking for support. He's in the area, and he's been brought down, hasn't he? Apparently not. Lopez clears. Van Hooijdonk lays it off to Timber. Dilrosun, and we've won it back. Guendouzi's long ball forward. Benjamin Sesko's in behind. Benjamin Sesko scores. It's 5-0. And that is game over. 100% now for sure. And it's Sesko's hat-trick. So all things being equal, I'd like to get him off before the end of the match if we can. But we do only have 1 sub left, so I am going to leave it as long as possible. Reece James cuts it back, and Raheem Sterling, after a deflection, applies the finish, and that's 6-0. So it's turning into a comprehensive rout, and I am going to continue to hold off on the substitution. Guendouzi's ball forward to Sterling on the left, cuts infield, finds Guendouzi, who shoots, and the keeper's pushed it over the bar. So we'll get a corner out of this. and I'm thinking it's probably going to be either Neres or Sterling that's actually going to be the one to come off. What have we got in terms of a potential change? We could do either, but I'm going to do Vanderson for Reece James, and I'm going to confirm that now. I know there's only 65 minutes gone, but he is tiring, so let's get him off, keep him under wraps for a while, give him the rest that he needs to recover for the next match. And we're into the final 12 or so minutes. 6 goals to the good. So let's just see this out. I'm not going to go attacking this time. It does use a little bit more energy, and we just don't need to with a 6-0 lead. So we will just let time run out. And there is the full-time whistle. Chelsea 6, Feyenoord 0. I'll be back in a moment with the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table then, and as you can see we are 4th in that Premier League with 16 wins, 2 draws, 6 defeats from our 24 matches, 50 points on the board, 6 behind league leaders Liverpool. I'll be back in a moment to show you the Champions League final group table, and then we'll discuss what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, well, as you can see, we have qualified in 4th place with 6 wins, a draw and a defeat from our 8 matches. There are still a couple of outstanding matches to be played, but we are absolutely solidly through, and there are only, I think, 4 teams that can possibly qualify for the knockout stages who are not already there. In fact, there are only 3 places available. The top 5 are all decided, so as you can see. So I'll leave the tables there, and I'll be back in a moment to show you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here are the fixtures that are coming up, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get quite a few games done, and I'll bring you back at the end of February, and I will show you the back-to-back away games in the Premier League at Manchester United and Liverpool. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.